always prepared, hopefully. It's a pleasure to be here. And first of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Cloyd and the Board of Trustees and faculty and staff for this great honor, and also to congratulate the fellow honorees. It's good to be surrounded by such greatness and being honored together. When I graduated from Hendrix, I was fortunate enough not to know what I wanted to do. So I worked in the admissions office for 5 years here at the college. And before joining the Peace Corps, and I was a biology and chemistry teacher in Fiji Islands for 2 years, and which just goes to show you what you can do with your psychology degree from Hendrix. So after the Peace Corps, I still don't really know what I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted to go to graduate school, which is a common path for a lot of us. I had interest in natural sciences, social sciences, and in working overseas, and working with people of different backgrounds and cultures, which was reflective of my Hendrix academic experience. So I ended up studying international health and development with a focus on food security and nutritional epidemiology at Tulane School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine. So another New Orleans connection. I commend Hendrix on its dedication to providing the students with challenging academic experience with a broad-based curriculum that encourages learning in many disciplines, both in and out of the class. The Odyssey program has taken this to a new level, which offers exceptional opportunities to all students to take an active interest in areas outside the classroom, and we've heard some great examples so far this morning. To the students at Hendrix, there are many opportunities for engaging the world around you for careers or as voluntary service. As many of you know, the Peace Corps offers a chance to live and work amongst people in their environment, but there are also some opportunities to combine Peace Corps with graduate school in the Master's Internationalist program. So the students, faculty, and staff, I encourage continued exploration of possibilities for longer-term impact of work and service to the world through activities that address capacity development at different levels. There's still a lot to be done to address chronic development challenges, and some of these include disease prevention and cure, working with fighting polio and measles, trying to prevent guinea worm and malaria, and opportunities linked with the Centers for Disease Control and the Rollins School of Public Health in Atlanta. There's still a problem with access to safe drinking water for millions of people in the world. There are several opportunities to get involved in these through NGOs and through UN agencies like UNICEF. The use of renewable resources such as solar energy and cooking power is still a good way to get involved, to try to help other people and to move forward in working in renewable resources. Disaster preparedness, mitigation, response to recurring natural disasters such as drought, flood, and cyclones and hurricanes is a very good field for people to be involved in, and we can learn lessons from Katrina and apply them in other cyclone or hurricane-prone areas. There's also a lot of work to be done in the legal field in human rights and protection. And just to share with you some facts of my world, the world working in the developing area, that this current financial crisis has severely affected developing countries, especially those depending on mining, tourism, agricultural exports such as coffee, and remittances from migrant workers. And it's led to a loss of incomes and employment, as well as reduced access to government and social services for people in these countries. This global recession also could have adverse impact on HIV/AIDS support in Southern Africa and other regions, where researchers estimate the crisis will negatively affect 70% of people on antiretroviral treatment in Africa during 2009, and also in Eastern and Southern Africa, which account for 55% of all people living with HIV and AIDS, and 60% of new infections and AIDS deaths globally. In terms of chronic hunger, which, as you know, is the field I've been working in, and I'm glad to hear that Sheila is very involved in this as well. The 2009 State of Food Insecurity in the World Report estimates that due to the global economic and financial crisis that followed the food crisis of 2007 and 2008, this has led to increases in hunger in all of the world's regions, resulting in more than 1 billion people estimated to be undernourished. And also the effects of climate change are seriously impacting poor farming households' ability to access food for their families. There are some noteworthy opportunities for students to investigate or continue to investigate for internship and funding opportunities and advanced learning locally with Heifer International, Winrock International, and also the Clinton Foundation, and also externally through the Médecins Sans Frontières, or Doctors Without Borders, and also through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And it's very ironic that I wanted to close with some quotes from Nelson Mandela as well. So we are well paired today. And I've found two that I think are quite useful and quite maybe motivational for all of you, is that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And lastly, we must use time wisely and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. Thanks.